Hey everybody, welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Nick.
And I am Chris.
And this week we are back on our normal schedule. We are out of Del Toro month and into the regular shit. We're watching Slither, James Gunn's debut movie.
Yeah, his first feature length movie. Before that was all shorts.
Yep, 2006. Great cast, fun movie.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything, kind of here and there from horror. Like I said on the show, you've got your alien movie, your zombie movie, your monster movie. We're all over the place on this one.
Yep. There's a lot of ingredients in the stew here. So we're gonna let you guys get into this movie and enjoy. First and foremost, anybody that listens to this show that went to Saratoga Comic-Con and hung out with us, fucking thank you.
Yeah, definitely had a great time there. A lot of convention sodas enjoyed both days.
Chances are, if you saw us there, we were drunk.
Yeah. There's not even like a chances about it. Like, no.
If you caught us
drunk,
if you caught us by like 10 o'clock, you're good.
Not sloppy drunk though.
No.
We were affable, friendly drunk.
We were buzzing all day.
Yeah.
Although you, me, and Tom did kick a fucking entire bottle of whiskey by noon.
We did. Yeah.
2 o'clock at the latest.
Nevertheless, we had a great time.
It was so fun.
Thank you again to everybody who came out.
Yeah. And to people who came to us like at our table and was like, "Oh, I listen to your show." You cannot imagine how good that made me feel.
Yes, thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. And if you noticed on the back of the door, I have the our convention drawing board command stripped up to the back of the studio door.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who came out and drew on it.
Yeah.
Not one penis in 2 days.
Not a one.
I am both impressed and disappointed with all of you.
Yeah, nothing hidden.
Yeah. There wasn't I want to kill Joe Biden, so we had to I just scribbled it out when I posted it.
Yeah.
But it is still au naturel on the wall.
Yeah. Whoever wrote that, you're a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, it was, it was after we left for the night on Saturday and everything was left out by the after party.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So like you said, the edgelords came out and took over the board.
Yeah, they did. Oh, well. I'm so happy we had that.
Yeah. It's a really good idea. It's a stupid, like, simple idea, but it's really cool. Like,
yeah.
And it's a good way to get people to stop by and talk.
Yeah. Oh. IMDb gives us a 6.5.
Oh, so you really are pushing hardcore to not talk about this. Did you not enjoy this movie?
Oh, no. I feel like being goofy.
Oh, all right. It has been a couple weeks since we've done like a proper like in-studio show.
It has.
Because the last time we were in studio was during the day, which is like the same, but not really.
It's a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
No, I'm just enjoying the ambiance.
Oh man.
You ready?
I'm let's do it.
Let's slither.
This week, before we forget to do it, we will do the synopsis of the movie. We are talking about the 2006 James Gunn sci-fi horror, kind of a little bit of comedy thrown in there mashup.
Yeah.
Slither. It is his first feature-length directorial effort. He has since gone on to much larger efforts.
Yeah, he blew the fuck up.
Yeah, and deservedly so, man. I really enjoy like everything that he does.
He's
like
got a style.
Yeah, he's one of those directors that like just tell me when the movie's coming out, I'm gonna see it.
Yeah,
like regardless of what it's about, who's in it, like I want to see it. But yeah, he has his own style. He has like a very Well, I want to say he has a very like keen insight into like middle America, kind of like the working class type of just that like level of society,
Yeah.
which is weird because he's Canadian, but it's also probably like the Canadian working class too.
Well, yeah, the Canadian working class and the American working class is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
They just have healthcare.
Yeah. They're just a little bit healthier than we are.
Yeah.
Like if I had to compare him, to a musician, Les Claypool.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because he also has that same kind of sensibility, like to his music. I don't know if you've ever read like any of the stuff that he's written.
I have not, but I've heard plenty of Primus.
Yeah. His one novel, I forget the goddamn name of it, and I it's not to the disservice of the novel. It was really good. It's about like a guy who goes fishing, like it's him and his brother-in-law, and like I think it's his brother-in-law, but like the brother-in-law is just this complete like asshole of a jerk, and like he's just pushing his buttons like the whole time.
Yeah.
Until like to the point where the guy just eventually like bashes his head in with like an oar. Like it's a really cool novel.
I didn't know that Les Claypool wrote novels.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The more you know. Yeah, this movie's like a throwback, kind of.
It is.
If you stripped away like the modern elements, like the CGI, the like the modern setting. If you made this black and white, put in retro technology, this is a 50s alien invasion movie.
Not only that, if you just took away the HD and like just changed the styles, it could have been an 80s like monster movie, even like like in that same like 80s horror era. Like it would have fit in perfectly there too.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things I really like about this movie is that it's part like alien invasion, it's part like monsters, it's part like zombie movie.
I'm a little on the fence about it.
Really?
It is. It almost felt like disjointed, like it didn't know exactly where it wanted to fall on that spectrum.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. It just there was a lot of style going on. The zombie elements were a little meh.
I don't know, I like the hive mind like aspect of it.
That was cool.
Yeah, because I mean it's doing the zombie thing, but like just a little bit kind of a different spin on it.
Yeah.
Which is always welcome, especially with zombie movies, which are just beaten to death at this point.
Yeah. I mean, when this came out, they weren't, though.
This was pre like the beating to death of zombie. Actually, like I would mark that point as like Dawn of the Dead, the remake, which I really enjoyed. But that's when we first like started to get flooded with zombie shit. Like when that got popular, that's when like
I'm gonna blame 28 Days Later.
That was before Dawn of the Dead, right?
They're in the.
I know they're like in the same ballpark. Area. Yeah, because they're both like fast zombies, and I want to say 28 Days Later was the first one to do fast zombies.
I think it was.
Yeah.
But even I mean, not just like the fast zombie thing. It's just like because that took off and it was so popular, everyone was like, "We'll make a zombie movie too."
Yeah.
And you didn't have to. You didn't. You just
back when like zombie movies were still enjoyable.
Please stop.
Yeah. I need zombies to go away for like 10 years. Like vampires have almost like served their penance. Like, I need a couple more years of like just lay off the vampire stuff, that we can maybe get some cool vampire stuff again.
Looking forward to Doug Jones as Nosferatu. That'll be great.
Oh yeah. Count Orlok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good.
He will be good in it. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, avoid making generalizations.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, man. Like, yeah, there's a weird sense of humor in this movie. And it's not unintentional humor. Like, it's meant to be funny where it is funny.
Yeah.
But I think there was just like a little too much.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for like a straight up horror experience, yeah, like it veers into comedy territory.
Yeah. it's not like a piss poor ratio. Like it is decent, and I do like this movie. Like I don't want to start by like shitting all over it, but I did enjoy this. Like when I went to watch it, I had to rent it from Prime.
I ended up doing the $2.99 stars like subscription for
really?
$2.99 for 3 months. So I'm gonna cancel the fuck out of that as soon as that 3 months.
But I was like, oh man, I gotta rent this fucking movie.
It was $1 cheaper to do the stars thing. That's why I did it.
And then I was watching. I was like, all right, I can live with that.
Yeah,
like that's fine.
This is like straight up a B movie, but it is a B movie with someone at the helm who is like incredibly talented, who can elevate it past like the shortcomings that like normally
with an amazing cast.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Nathan Fillion's awesome in this.
His southern accent was not. It really was not.
It was a little over the top. Yeah.
I love Nathan Fillion. I love him to death.
But he's a Canadian man pretending to be southern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker, who's like just awesome in everything.
He's fucking god tier.
Yeah. A movie helper. Like, just makes anything he's in that much better.
Yep. Shit, what's her name from The Office is in it?
Oh, Jenna Fisher.
Yeah, Jenna Fisher.
You have Elizabeth Banks.
Yep. I've heard horror stories about her.
Really?
Yeah, at least she's just like miserable, I guess.
I want to say I have heard the same. Avoiding generalizations. She could be a very nice person.
Yeah.
But I do get the like bitchy friend's wife vibe from her. Like, yeah, like she's like she's the reason your friend can't hang out anymore. Like,
yeah.
Like I get that vibe. Like I don't want to sound like an asshole, like a chauvinist dickhead, but like kind of keep picking that up a little bit. Like,
yeah, a little bit. You know what we haven't done? Start the movie.
Oh shit, we have not. Yeah,
we're thrown off.
We're so thrown off. We said this before.
The vibe is gone.
No, did we say it before we started recording?
What?
It's our first like proper studio show in a few weeks.
Yeah, we said it.
Yeah, all right. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, all is well again.
Yes. All is good in the universe. Oh man.
But going back to what I was saying, like, I think working with Troma like really helped James Gunn out a lot because he can do those shortcuts and things to like save on budgetary things, but still make them the movie scary.
Yeah.
Like the CGI was used really good in this. I mean,
was it?
No, I'm sorry. Wait, they I have to correct that statement because I started off thinking that, and then as the movie went on, it did get out of balance a little bit. I could have used more practicality.
I was trying to put myself in the mind frame of it's 2006. What did CGI look like back then?
Yeah, it's 2006, and this is a person who's known for Troma movies.
This is kind of the better side of it. Yeah. Like it's not bad for 2006.
Yeah,
it really isn't.
What I meant was they used it like well in that they had practical effects and they were using CGI to enhance those practical effects or like do things that like
you just couldn't practically do.
Yeah, like the ones that like they actually looked decent are like when the girl's escaping from the house and there's just like slugs all over the house.
Yeah.
Like they looked good because you only saw them for a second or two.
Yeah.
And like sure somebody could have made like hundreds of thousands of these little slugs, but like how long that would have taken. So like that when they used it there it looked good. When they used it on Michael Rooker on like his larger kind of creature, then it kind of got hit or miss. Like yeah.
Well, where he turned into the society monster.
Yeah. There's these naked people like flopping onto him.
What the fuck, man? I gotta tell you, this movie is fucking gross.
Yeah, it is very gory and just like very again that Troma sense of like just funk and nastiness.
I guess this is what you get if your Troma makers have a budget to work with.
Yeah.
If they get out from under Lloyd Kaufman's thumb, which isn't meant to sound like he has like total control over his like people, but like people that work for Troma are like proud to work for Troma. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's a badge of honor. Like I make Troma movies.
Yeah, they're like Mystery Science Theater fans.
Yeah.
Like they know what they're there for. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they're not, you know, we're not here to watch like an Oscar nominated movie. Just like they're not there to make Oscar nominated movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know?
They know their product.
Exactly.
And
yeah,
they're proud to work on that product, which is totally legit and fine. But I love this fucking mayor character.
Yes.
Holy shit.
That's another aspect that James Gunn always nails, that like the guy who's supposed to be like in charge, but you can just tell is full of shit.
Yeah, he's falling apart.
Yeah,
at the
and he's
seams.
just a scumbag. Like,
Yeah.
he's just like that. He's just very good at that character, like nailing that character.
Fucking move, cocksucker.
I love when he that scene towards the end. It's set to Every Woman in the World to Me. When he's like turning into a zombie and like he's just finally giving in. So on that crowd.
Yeah.
He's just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. And then, please just kill me, man. Just bang. Like,
I think his shining moment was when he was helping clear out the bodies from the barn.
oh,
He's like, smells like rotting mayonnaise in Jesus Christ.
that's one thing I noticed in this movie. Like they threw in like those movie one-liners that you only see in movies.
Yeah.
But the ones that they do use are all things you would absolutely like, or like you know the person who would say them in real
There's
life.
James Gunn right there.
Yeah, he's the one teacher in the beginning.
Yeah.
That Michael Rooker thinks is hitting on Elizabeth Banks.
Yep. Oh, he was.
Yeah,
He was.
yeah.
Everybody's hitting on Elizabeth Banks.
When they first see like him transform when he's like attacking that cow,
Yeah.
and the one guy is like, "Oh man, it looks like something that fell off my dick in the war." Like everybody knows that guy. Like
Yep.
you've worked with that guy. Like,
Yep. Yeah.
And there's another one too. I think it's him and the mayor when they're talking. It's right before like the whole thing in the barn.
Oh, it's
he's like,
you got something going on with you and the deputy?
You share Deputy Maggie. He's like, Deputy Maggie packs a box lunch, and the mayor's like, no shit. Like his reaction is like, again, you know those two guys. Like,
Yeah.
you've worked with those guys.
Yep.
Like just everybody knows that character.
Holy shit.
Deputy Maggie packs a boxed lunch. No shit.
Anybody not picking up on that? I mean, she's a lesbian.
Yeah. Like it's just the crassest, crudest way to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it made me laugh.
I ain't never seen any shit like this, and I watch a fuck ton of Animal Planet.
Oh God.
How fit was Michael Rooker in this?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
I'd fuck him.
This is like when he was like in Mallrats, like that. Buddy.
Oh, he's not a Kevin Smith guy.
He was in Mallrats.
No, Donner.
Oh, Donner. Yeah. No, Donner's he's much more of like a serious 90s guy. Like,
Yeah. No, I feel you.
But yeah, he's like solid.
Yeah.
And that's another character that like just the guy who's like supposed to be like in charge, like, you know, he's got the younger, hotter wife, like, you know, of course he's cheating on, like.
He didn't cheat on her.
He was flirting with that girl before.
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah.
But then he came to his senses.
Ooh, excuse me.
That's the thing, is like he's the villain, Michael Rooker's character. Like, he's an asshole. He's really not like villainous asshole until
he's just like
until like he gets taken over by the slug alien creature thing.
Yeah, just kind of like an unctuous, like
He's a prick.
slimy character. Yeah,
He's a prick.
Yeah.
I gotta open up my emails here.
Oh, getting ready for the trivia.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's the signal then. Let's.
No. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
All right,
we can still talk movie. Talk movie. Oh, the karaoke scene.
This woman singing the crying game.
It looks like Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, you're right. Oh.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
When this came out, do you know if this was a success?
It
Or
did
it just kind of like
It did better than I think expected. It got critical. It got critical acclaim.
Yeah.
That's how I know I came about like being aware of it. Just, like I remember waiting for it to come out on video. Like I didn't see it in the theater.
Yeah.
But I remember I kept reading about it at the time. So I'm like, yeah, I got to see this when it comes out.
I didn't see it for a long time after it came out because I remember seeing, like, maybe it was trailers for it or I saw advertisement for it somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just looks kind of stupid. And it is, but it's like, it's fun.
Stupid.
It's fun stupid.
Yeah. It's enjoyable stupid.
It's like, it's definitely not like a serious watch.
Yeah. This is a good.
It's not quite a party movie.
I would say it's a party movie.
Would you?
If you're hanging out, like Halloween time, like
okay,
with some people having some drinks, like
small group. I'd say okay, small group.
Yeah.
But, no, you don't really have to invest a whole lot into this one to really get everything out of it.
Yeah.
Because there's not that much depth.
It's your standard horror movie. Like, just people are trying to survive. It's all you need to know.
Yep. There is depth if you want to find all the references to other horror movies, which there are a lot of.
Yeah.
Like, this movie is lousy with references.
Huh. I noticed at one point the bar is Henenlotter's lounge, which is a nod to Frank Henenlotter, I'm assuming.
Yep, it is. All right. Yeah. Well, how long have we been going here?
25 minutes.
Holy
26
shit.
minutes.
We chop off the first few minutes of that anyway.
We did bullshit for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm okay to rate this movie now.
Right.
I'm at like a 6.
Yeah? I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go 7.5.
Yeah.
I do really, really enjoy this movie, but I do acknowledge that there are shortcomings.
Yeah.
Like you said, the comedy can be a little bit out of proportion at times. The CGI, I respect that they tried to use it in the appropriate manner.
Yeah.
But I think towards the end of the movie, it does get out of balance a little bit. They use a little bit.
Yeah, like the scale of what was happening was just too big for them to do everything practically.
Yeah.
Which, it happens. Like, whatever.
But I mean, aside from that stuff, I really love this movie. Like just the James Gunn feel and vibe. Like, tell me when the movie's coming out, I'll be there to watch it.
Yep. Everything is so gross in this movie.
Yeah. Even the little fucking thing at the beginning here.
Ugh. I've been alive for 1 billion years.
I thought that was cool when the one girl sees like the visions of like the other planet, which is pulling the slug out. Yeah.
She like dips into the hive mind.
Yeah.
A la Pacific Rim.
Oh,
same fucking, basically the same thing happened.
Yeah, well, this is like...
But this was 12 years earlier?
No, this is 2006, so like 8 years earlier? 6 years? When was Pacific Rim? 2014, I think?
Was it?
I think so.
Who cares?
Yeah.
This came first. All right. God, that beer's gross. Are you ready for some IMDb trivia?
Let us do the trivia.
All right.
Not to bother you with trivia.
I used to think they were kind of trivial. In the opening scene, as they pan down the street, you can see R.J. McCready's funeral home. R.J. McCready was Kurt Russell's character in The Thing from 1982.
Yeah.
And then Russell wound up working with James Gunn 11 years later on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah. Kurt Russell is awesome in that movie.
Kurt Russell is
He's also
just awesome.
Movies, yeah. Also, McCready, newest addition to the trophy shelf here in the studio.
Yeah.
Picked it up at Saratoga Comic-Con.
It's so sick. I told you at the con, like the best part of that action figure is that it has an accessory that is a Scotch bottle. Michael Rooker. Oh my god, this is the best fucking thing ever. This is the most Michael Rooker shit ever. Michael Rooker accidentally broke his glasses off camera while doing kung fu kicks by himself.
That really is the most Michael Rooker thing ever.
I don't know if he was drunk or just vibing.
I remember when, like, Corona first started, like, he was, like, one of the first, like, celebrities who got coronavirus.
Yeah.
And, like, his, like, treatment was, like, he just locked himself in, like, an Airstream trailer, like, on his property for, like, a week straight with, like, nothing but, like, you know, basic food and water. Like, yeah, he was just like, I'm just going to sweat it out and just kick this thing's ass. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's still with us, so
it worked.
Yeah.
In the script, Brenda is the niece of Randy Flagg. Randall Flagg is the bad guy in several Stephen King novels, including The Stand.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. That Randall Flagg, he gets around. He's in a lot of...
Is he in Dreamcatcher also?
I think he's in Dreamcatcher. He's in
The Dark Tower?
all of The Dark Tower.
Yeah.
And then he shows up in all kinds of other shit, too.
The slugs from this movie show up in at least one other movie. I know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They are in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. They're they go to visit the Collector at one point. He's just got like all these like cells with things in them, and like one of them is full of these slugs. Like you can see like Tobias Funke from Arrested Development in another one. Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
James Gunn is a weirdo. Gunn and Fillion both agree that the most horrifying scene in the movie is the bit with Grant having sex with his wife. Quote, Elizabeth did not have to act much in this scene, says Gunn, as Rooker was groping her. There, he flicks her nipple.
Oh, yeah. He was kind of like really... It was a very like uncomfortable scene. It was very cringy.
Yeah, gross. And apparently one of the producers fought hard to have Gunn cut the nipple flick.
Like, I just imagine Michael Rooker is just the character he always plays in movies. Like,
yeah, he's just playing himself.
Yeah.
Much like Nathan Fillion. That is my only real critique of Nathan Fillion, is that he basically plays the same dude in everything.
Yeah.
That's just like easygoing, charismatic, lovable scamp.
Yeah.
Except for Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Block, where he played just a prick.
Actually, he was the bad guy, one of the bad guys in the last season of Buffy. And he was a fucking really good bad guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would like to see him in more movies. Like, I know he's a television guy, but...
They keep kind of like... He was supposed to play like Wonder Man, I think.
Oh, really?
I think James Gunn was trying to get him in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but there's like a very like in the background movie poster where Nathan Fillion is billed as a Simon Williams in a movie who is Wonder Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not overly familiar with that character.
He's like an 80s, like he was bigger in like the 80s West Coast Avengers.
Oh, okay. Oh, West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
Here's some more Rookerisms. Rooker dislocated his shoulder while filming the scene where he attacks Starla and grows a floppy arm. It was a long shooting day with multiple setups, and he didn't tell anyone until the shot was in the can.
A true professional.
Yeah.
That was another just nasty scene where his fucking arm just like turns into a tentacle and slithers around her neck.
Like gross. I guess a lot of the scenes can be boiled down to, it was gross. The scene where Grant is visiting Brenda and her baby was... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to start this over like a person that can read. The scene with Grant visiting Brenda and her baby was filmed in a house in British Columbia that smelled of cat piss and other odors. Gunn recalls being stuck in there, gagging, while the rest of the crew were thankful to be outside. And we have a quote here. But still, thank you very much to the family for letting us use your house, said Nathan Fillion.
That's pretty nasty.
I imagine that's some of the worst parts about filmmaking is that you sometimes have to go into
these random ass locations.
just like weird fucking places. Like houses that stink like cat piss. Gunn is no fan of the shot where the worms cover Party and Starla. He said, I think the worms look really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad CGI.
I agree with him very much.
There was like ways to get around it, and they did a couple of them, like in the scene where the girl's escaping from the house again.
Yeah.
Where she hides in the truck. Instead of showing the truck being like engulfed in the worms, they show her inside, like her, her like kind of cuddled up in the seat, and then like the shadows of the worms like slowly.
Yeah.
Do that kind of stuff to like hide that shit.
Yeah, that's very Hitchcockian kind of way to do it.
Yeah.
The name of the high school is Earl Bassett High, after the character in Tremors.
Oh yeah, who just
rest in peace.
Away. Yeah,
rest
Fred
in peace.
Ward.
Fred Ward. Man upstairs.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah. Inspiration for the film, according to James Gunn, the first image that hit his mind was of a young woman with an alien-like worm flapping and burrowing into her mouth. The story and title came later as he decided to bring back the feel of the films he loved from the 80s. Specifically, he mentions wanting to honor The Fly, The Thing, Basket Case, Return of the Living Dead, and more.
All right, I can see that.
And there are homages to pretty much all of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically like a horror fan service, like top to bottom.
Yeah, this
whole movie.
There's like comics who are comics.
Yeah.
This is a horror fan's like horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We've got a few more. The alien slug swimming toward Kylie in the foamy bathtub is also a nod to A Nightmare on Elm Street, when Freddy's bladed glove emerges from between the legs of sleeping Nancy while she's taking a bath. Like, that one was obvious.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't even subtle at all.
I didn't pick up on it until you just said it.
Are you really kidding me?
Yeah. But it is obvious now.
Wow.
That you said it,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I want to say there's a similar shot in the 90s Invasion of Body Snatchers also.
I don't know. That's very possible. Would you like a casting decision, that I'm glad was not followed through on?
Let's hear it.
Ewan McGregor was considered for the role of Bill Party.
Nah.
Wouldn't have liked it.
No. He's not like... Nathan Fillion's like a big dude. Like, he's a guy I believe is a cop.
Yeah.
I don't believe Ewan McGregor would be a cop. Like,
no.
Yeah. Wispy Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Heroin addict?
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely. Burly Southern cop?
Not so much, no. There's also just something about Nathan Fillion's charisma that this character needs.
Yeah.
And not that Ewan McGregor is a bad actor. He's fucking phenomenal. It's just like, this is not him.
He's far too pretty of a man to be a sheriff. Like,
he ain't got no scars or nothing.
Yeah.
That man wears a size 8 ring.
So nasty when the fucking like tentacles first come out. And,
yeah, basically the fucking sex scene here. Yeah.
Is alien peni.
It's so gross. You gotta have both of them in you for the worms.
Oh, that's just fucking awesome. I love that line.
Then he had fucking alien jizz coming out of his stomach. Nasty. Fucking nasty. Did you stick around for after the credits?
No, there's a post-credit scene?
Well, the post-credits coda shows a cat being possessed by the last surviving creature. In an early draft, this was meant to happen to Bill after the Grant creature is destroyed. Starla sees the resulting wound later, prompting her to shoot Bill to death.
Man, I missed that. I like the cat being infected better than Bill because I like the character of Bill.
Yeah, I love the character of Bill.
Yeah. Huh.
That's all I've got for trivia.
Right.
There were a few more things, but they were all like, this is a reference to this movie, and I didn't want it to be like that was all it was.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I could use a sequel to this. Because I don't like. It would be, if James, asterisk, if James Gunn were doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want a cash-in sequel done by just the studio.
Well, it would have to be a cash-in because think about the cast.
Oh, you're never getting this cast together.
Yeah, because this was 2000. Well, they were making it in 2005.
Yeah.
These people blew the fuck up post this movie.
The only look, I guarantee you though, Michael Rooker is there day one.
Well, yeah.
Nathan Fillion, probably the same thing. He's also been in every James Gunn movie.
Yeah.
But you're not getting Elizabeth Banks.
No.
Even though Jenna Fisher's only in it for a minute or two, you're still. I mean, she's not even all that much anymore. But
how's their relationship?
Yeah.
And she died in it anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to say these slugs come up again in Peacemaker, maybe also.
Yeah.
I think so. I want to say they show up in that series also.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the next segment.
Yeah.
The better known as, as soon as I can find the cursor, there we go. There it is.
Hey, it's right there.
Yeah. All right. Starting off with director James Gunn. I have mentioned him many times on the show.
You love him.
I really do. I like James Gunn, Edgar Wright, those type of directors. Again, just let me know when the movie's coming out.
Yep.
Right, buddy? He's more of a 70s director era guy.
I think he's down to watch anything with Rutger Hauer.
Yeah. I mean, who isn't?
Fascists.
I have his writing stuff up here, but I will start off with his directing credits because they are impressive on their own. He is, of course, probably best known as right now as the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy series, which, for my money as a Marvel fan, possibly the best of the MCU. Both of those movies are amazing. I cannot wait for the holiday special this year, and I absolutely cannot wait for part 3 next year, which is going to wrap up the series.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now, don't take this the wrong way. Good.
Bite me.
No, that's the thing. Is they get this crazy cast, which shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I don't think I saw the second one. But okay, that was wildly popular.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to make a second one. Make a second one. Obviously, wildly popular. Okay, gonna make a third one. It's enough.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
enough.
the story will wrap up. The story that he's telling will wrap up in the third one.
Yeah. Don't keep cashing in because that's when it gets weak.
Well, that's the thing about the Guardians too. That team is known for having different iterations and different things. So you could have a completely new creative team come on and tell a whole new story.
Yeah.
With a whole new maybe you have one person show up from the old crew to kind of just, oh hey, I'm here, blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
Yeah, but do you think now? That's what.
And they try.
That's what deep cut Marvel nerds know.
Yeah.
The casual Marvel Cinematic Universe fans probably don't know that.
Yeah.
So you slap on the Guardians of the Galaxy on a team that is not the ones they know.
I know exactly how they would do it. Rocket and Groot are going to be the only same thing because those are CGI characters.
Yeah,
you can get Bradley Cooper for 2 or 3 days to run off his line. Same thing with you get Vin Diesel for an hour. Just show up and say, "I am Groot."
I am Groot.
Yeah,
boom, he doesn't even do it anymore, does he?
I thought he did. Yeah.
Does he? Would they just pitch shift it?
He seems to be the guy who would cling the fuck on to that role.
What else has he got?
Yeah, exactly. Till grim death. He's not letting go of I am.
He's
Groot.
got I am Groot and this is
Fast and Furious.
This is family.
Yeah. And that's another dude who is apparently not fun to work with.
Really?
The director of those movies just quit because he's I can't deal with him anymore. That dude Justin Lin.
Fuck this bald putz.
Aside from the Guardians movies, he also just
Super.
Yeah, I will get to that. Yeah, I was gonna say he switched, as you say in the comic business, he went to the other side of the street and directed the Suicide Squad for DC and the Peacemaker TV series, both of which are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're thinking superhero movies. 100% not your typical superhero movies. Like the Suicide Squad is the Dirty Dozen, like with superheroes. Peacemaker is really like about like intergenerational trauma and like just like kind of overcoming people's expectations of you. Like just because everybody thinks you're going to be a piece of shit, maybe you don't have to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like it's very deep, but at the same time, it's goofy and funny. It's the same like type of humor as this, where like same thing with the Suicide Squad. Both of them are just fucking chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Like as far as comic entertainment goes, if you're looking for something different that's not a Marvel movie, I cannot recommend the Suicide Squad enough.
Okay.
Really, just fucking phenomenal movie. And the same, like if you watch that, like if you enjoy it, watch Peacemaker, the follow up. Like. Again, like not again. This is the first time I'm saying it. You would not think John Cena would be like a great actor. You think, oh, he's a wrestler. Like,
yeah.
Not only is he funny, like he will tear your fucking heart out in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that he's actually conversationally fluent in Chinese?
Is he really?
Yeah.
I want to say there was like a movie or something where he was speaking Chinese, like, or maybe just like a video of his, like somebody filmed of him speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say I did know that actually. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. But yeah, like surprisingly, really good actor. Like, yeah. Yeah, you mentioned Super, which is another great movie. Super, super dark.
Oh, it's so dark.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
Way dark. With Rainn Wilson and Elliot Page. Just very, very dark, but again, really good movie. There we go. Keep losing the cursor. I think I'm just a little bit too far away from the thing.
Yeah, probably.
We're up to Slither, and that was his first really feature-length film. Everything before that is a little short or like a TV series episode. Did an episode of the Troma's Edge TV series. Sergeant Kabuki Man public service announcement TV
Jesus
show.
Christ.
He did some stuff on some of the other Marvel movies. I did not realize this, but he did it looks like he did the mid-credits sequence on Thor: The Dark World, and he filmed Sam Lee. Good Lord, my nerd card taken away for that.
Yeah.
Stan Lee's cameo in the original Doctor Strange movie. And as far as his writing stuff, he wrote the first two Scooby-Doo movies. He wrote both of them, which are goofy, but I still think enjoyable. I really like that they make Scrappy-Doo the villain because everybody hates Scrappy-Doo.
I really like those live action movies.
Yeah, they're good movies.
Like they're just fun.
I love the look of the monsters too in the second one where they do like all the original monsters, like right in the beginning.
Yeah, with all the throwbacks.
Yeah,
like that is what Scooby-Doo needs to be for like current audiences. Like the adult themed Scooby-Doo show, or the Velma show that they're going to do. I fucking hate the entire idea of that.
I don't want a dark and gritty Scooby-Doo. Like, there's a way you can do an adult Scooby-Doo.
They did. They did Scooby Apocalypse comic books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, I think James Gunn has been on record as saying he wanted the first movie to be R-rated.
Yeah.
And the studio.
I don't want it.
But again, doing what they did with that movie, I think it would have made it even better. Like, it wouldn't have been like tits and ass, like gritty horror.
Yeah.
It would have been that same campy feel, but like, because there's a lot of like weed humor and stuff in that movie. Like, I think it just would have been more of that. Yeah,
but like to go all the way to R with it,
probably more in the horror too. More of like maybe a little bit more gory.
The thing that maybe it's just my personal experience with it is what I love about Scooby-Doo is no matter what version of Scooby-Doo is available, I can enjoy it with my kids. Yeah. Like, I enjoy it, and they enjoy it at the same time.
I can see from that. I like seeing it from the fan of somebody who grew up on Scooby-Doo. Like, I would like to see that. Oh, I'm back from my mic. Yeah, yeah. Now that you mentioned, like, see, I don't ever think of that angle.
No, and I get it. Like, I get why somebody would want it. It's not for me. Like, that's not anything Scooby-Doo related that I want.
Like, another thing is, like, why I don't want it to be this dark and gritty thing, because it's supposed to be fun. Yeah. Like, it's just, it's supposed to be scary, but, like, fun at the same time. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want that.
No, I don't. Like, so I don't wish ill on the careers of anybody that's involved in that Velma show.
I'm not one of these people like fuck Mindy Kaling. Like,
no, I don't have a problem with her. Yeah, like she is doing a thing that she either A, thinks is going to be a good move for her career, or B, enjoys the idea of, or it could be both. Yeah. So that's whatever. It just, I don't want it to go on because I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. He did some of the writing on 13 Ghosts, which is also not a horrible like B horror movie from the early 2000s. Yeah, I just watched it again.
It's recently. A remake.
Yeah, it's like it was like maybe like 50s or 60s, the original one.
60s, I think.
Yeah. He also wrote the remake of Dawn of the Dead, which I really do enjoy that movie.
You talk about it so much that I am gonna have to go back and rewatch it because I did not enjoy it when it first came out. It was not for me.
I mean, I was a huge fan of the original. I mean, like, this was also, I really, really loved zombie movies before they burned them the fuck out. Yeah. So this was like the first real, like, big, aside from 28 Days Later, the first like big zombie movie that we're getting, and I couldn't tell you how long.
The only two things that ever stuck out for me in the remake of Dawn of the Dead was the zombie baby, which was stupid.
I don't enjoy that. People seem to like that. I could have done without that.
And when they were hunting for celebrity lookalikes in the crowd.
Yeah, that's awesome. Zack Snyder is really hung up on that zombie baby concept because he pulls it out again in Army of the Dead too.
Yeah, it's dumb. you'll never top Trauma in that because they did it first in Redneck Zombies.
That's with the poisonous moonshine.
Yep. That movie is quote unquote great.
He wrote the story for the video game Lollipop Chainsaw, which was very like referential of George Romero. Yeah. Another zombie like video game. He wrote the Guardians movies.
He wrote the Belko Experiment.
That's a good movie too. Who directed that? Have you ever seen this?
I have not. I do want to.
I watched it like one night, like on a whim.
Greg McLean.
Yeah, because it was one of those things like I wanted to see this, and it was like late at night, and I'm like, do I have time for a movie? Like, yeah I'll watch it. Good watch.
It's like Battle Royale in an office.
In an office, yeah. I really, really liked it. There's also that similar movie with what's his name from The Walking Dead?
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was a good movie too. Yeah. But I recommend the Belko Experiment. So yeah, James Gunn. He's working on a Starsky and Hutch TV series and a Wile E. Coyote movie.
I don't think anybody's going to care about a Wile E. Coyote movie.
Is it animated or is it?
If I know, oh Jesus Christ, John Cena and Will Forte are in it.
It's maybe like a mix of live action and.
I was going to say if it follows suit with like the current trend, it's going to be animated characters in the real world.
Which, before you got here, we just watched the Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie. I genuinely laughed at that, like
really?
Sections of that movie. It was pretty funny.
It looked dumb as shit.
It is pretty dumb, but like I said, there were things that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chippendale.
Yeah, that's gonna be stuck in my head for like a fucking week now. Rescue Rangers, Chippendale, when there's danger.
Was that in the movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'll hear that several times. Moving on.
How about? Wait, hold on. Was Gadget in the movie?
Yes.
Okay. All of them?
Yeah.
All the Rescue Rangers in it?
It's a very meta movie. They play it as like Rescue Rangers was a TV show.
Yeah.
And like they were all actors in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I was a big fan of Monterey Jack.
Yeah, he's like one of the key points. The whole plot is like there's this like mysterious people like kidnapping old cartoon characters.
Weird.
Yeah, and bootlegging them, like turning them into like just changing their look and forcing them to make shitty remakes of their movies.
Yeah.
Like the one example was like in the beginning, you see like on TV, Flounder from The Little Mermaid gets captured.
Yeah.
And then like you find out later on he's starring in what the fuck was the name of it? It was like Small Fish Chick or something like that.
Bleh.
All right. Anyway, Nathan Fillion, who played Billy, what was his last name? Barty, yeah, Bill Party. I said because I'm like, is his name Billy Barty?
No.
No, he's not the famous little actor.
No, and and how bad of a name is Grant?
Grant. Yeah, Nathan Fillion is one of those guys who's just everywhere. He's been on that show, The Rookie, since 2018. I didn't realize it's been on that long.
Damn.
Before that, he was on Castle, also on ABC. That ran probably about the same time, 4 years or so.
Castle?
I think so, didn't
No,
it?
Castle had 7 seasons.
Oh, no shit. Damn.
7 or 8.
I did not realize also he's on Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk.
I wanted to love that show so much because I love Alan Tudyk. It just didn't do anything for me.
I haven't watched it. Like, it looks okay. Just
It's funny.
Yeah.
But like the joke kind of wears thin after a while.
Yeah. Like, we get it. He's an alien. He does weird things.
Yep.
He's done a bunch of voices on Robot Chicken. Mainly he does the voice of the Green Lantern. He's done like all their DC specials. He's on Big Mouth too, on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. He's like a regular character on that.
Yeah. He was in the Suicide Squad, which we just talked about a moment ago. He plays Wonder Man on the MODOK series. I forgot about that, which unfortunately was just canceled.
Sure was.
Yeah, which was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that. Patton Oswalt doing the voice of MODOK. He does the voice of the Green Lantern in a lot of DC animated movies. Pretty much like anytime they tried out the Green Lantern in one of those. I didn't realize he was on the Venture Brothers. Only 4 episodes though.
Brown Widow.
I need to watch that show. Like, it's one of those shows I know I'm going to enjoy.
Oh, you'll love it.
Yeah, I've just never sat down and watched it.
I used to be a diehard fan of it, and then I don't know. I just kind of fell away from it.
He was on Modern Family for a while. He was on that show Santa Clarita Diet. He played a zombie head. He did voices for Destiny, the video game. I forgot about that. He's done a lot of cartoon voice work. He was in Rick and Morty.
Have you seen Con Man?
No, I haven't.
Are you familiar with it?
It's him and Alan Tudyk, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it about them going to like comic conventions and stuff?
They were on a TV show together. Like in this universe, they were on a space TV show together.
Yes.
And then one of them went on to have a career, and one of them kind of didn't. And then they go to these comic conventions and shit for the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Played Warner Von Braun on Drunk History. He's done some voices for the Halo video games. I forgot he was on Community for a couple episodes. Let's see, Green Lantern again.
Oh, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, he does the voice of an alien when they're in prison. Lloyd Kaufman also plays his sidekick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in Guardians. Let's see. Anything else? Monsters University, he was a voice in.
Oh, The Guild.
Oh, so yeah. I watched the first season of that, and it was okay. I just never finished it up. We mentioned a little while ago Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog, which is pretty funny. just disregard who the creator is for now.
Yeah. To this day, I still put on that soundtrack every now and then.
The hammer is my penis.
I'll show her the ham jet.
He was on Desperate Housewives on ABC. He was in One Life to Live. Did some soap opera work. He's on an episode of Lost. That was right after he did this movie. And of course, he's probably most well known as Malcolm Reynolds in Firefly and Serenity.
Yeah.
If you're a sci-fi fan, you're familiar with Firefly then. Because seriously, how can you call yourself a sci-fi fan?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you love if you love Serenity, you talk about it all the time. Yeah. If you don't love Serenity, you are sick of people talking about it all the time. Or Firefly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's interchangeable.
Yeah. Well, Serenity was the movie.
Yeah. But
Firefly was the show that got
unjustly
fucked by Fox.
Yeah. I don't know why the show that we're airing in unsequential order isn't popular.
In a garbage time slot.
Yeah, we keep canceling it and people just don't watch it. Why? Like, God, it was so good. Yeah. And yeah, Serenity, the movie follow-up, is awesome too. And I mentioned before he played Caleb. He was one of the villains in the last season of Buffy. Really, really good bad guy. He was such a bastard.
2 guys, a girl at a pizza place? Yeah. For real?
He was on every episode of that, apparently.
Jesus.
If there were 60 episodes of it. He did a voice on King of the Hill.
Oh, no.
He was in the terrible Dracula 2000
Oh,
movie.
No.
There's one where Gerard Butler is Dracula.
Ugh.
And he was in Saving Private Ryan. He was the first Private Ryan that they find, the mistaken one.
Minnesota Ryan.
Yeah, the guy who freaks out. Like, they tell him his brother died. He's like, he's only 11 years old. Like, that was like his first major role. He had a few small ones before that, but really nothing of note. But yeah, awesome actor, just a very charismatic guy.
He's the kind of dude that you would want to just hang out with.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Moving on to Elizabeth Banks. She is probably most well known from her role in the Hunger Games movies.
I was going to say Zack and Mary, but
yeah, I mean, for our audience, it's probably Zack and Mary. She was also on Modern Family for a while.
Oh, that's right. She was Wild Style in the Lego movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Let's see. She's in those Pitch Perfect movies. I've never seen a single one. She played herself on Curb Your Enthusiasm. She was in the Muppets TV series. I think she was like her and Miss Piggy had like a beef going for some reason. I think.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. She's also done some voices on Robot Chicken.
What the hell is movie 43? Is that?
That is
because that's come up.
It's like James Gunn directed a segment. It's like a comedy movie where there's like different segments in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was also on 30 Rock for a while. She played Alec Baldwin's wife.
Is that supposed to be like 30 Rock is supposed to be like kind of a behind the scenes of Saturday Night Live kind of thing?
Yeah. That's actually a really, really funny show. Amanda and I just rewatched it not that long ago. Zack and Mary Make a Porno, which is a really funny movie that I enjoy.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the only movie that I've ever seen that has MC Chris music in it.
Yeah, that's right. She just frosted me like a cake.
Don't ever say shit covered again.
Oh, man. That's right. I figured she's in the first 3 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. She plays Betty Brant.
Oh.
And of course, everybody has been on Law and Order, one of the flavors. At some point. She's in Wet Hot American Summer and the follow-up series. Both of those are pretty good. I think it's a prequel series too.
I've never seen any of it.
Oh, really? Wet Hot American Summer is a pretty funny movie.
Please excuse all my yawning. I got very little sleep. I've been busy all day, and I'm very full of steak.
I get the meat sleeps right
I
now.
get the meat sleeps.
It's like a throwback to like your 80s like teen sex comedy.
Yeah, it's like a Porky's kind of thing, right?
Yeah. But it's just like all like comedians. That's really her. She was on Sex and the City, All My Children. And that's all there is to say about that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so we're watching the movie as usual. How did you not see that this bathtub scene was a direct fucking lift from...
I didn't even think about it. I mean, I can clearly see it. Yeah. Like now, yeah.
That scene in particular.
Yeah. The boobies distracted me, okay?
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Saw them very briefly.
Yeah. Moving on to Michael Rooker.
Whose IMDb photograph still looks like the goon.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Still. I will point that out every time we see it.
Yeah. Man, that's a live action movie I need to see now.
Yeah.
Him as the goon, like hell yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah. They can. I mean, he can pull it off. The goon's like a grizzled, like fucked up, like nasty looking dude anyway. Like,
yeah.
Some makeup on him.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be like bulky.
If fucking Mickey Rourke could play Marv,
but he was bulky. That was also right.
It was also like 20 years ago. Yeah,
18 years ago ish. Oh, where she kills that thing with the curling iron. It's fucking nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Those fucking melted gummy bears come out of it.
I'm trying to think of what he would best be known for.
Michael Rooker?
Yeah.
Merle Dixon?
Oh, Merle Dixon from The Walking Dead. I was going to say Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, definitely.
Marvel stuff. He is also in The Suicide Squad. And again, I always have to make the distinction. If you're following up my recommendation, don't watch Suicide Squad. Watch The Suicide Squad. Two completely different movies. Two completely different levels of quality. Michael Rooker, we previously talked about in our Lost episode on Love and Monsters.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He was one of the stars of that.
Yeah. Okay, so I get to talk about Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer all over again.
Pardon me. I forgot he was in Brightburn, which is a decent movie.
I still haven't seen it. I feel like such a schmuck being on a movie-centric podcast. I mean, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen
that.
You see what you see. You're in the wheelhouse. You've seen most of
Yeah.
what we're talking about. You've seen. So.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Brightburn, it's basically what if like Superman did not get those like wholesome American values installed in him by Ma and Pa Kent.
Yeah, it's like if he was like kind of a piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
Like to the degree of being a villain, or
outright villain. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a horror movie. I mean, like he's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, outright just murdering people at the end of it. I forgot he was on True Detective. How about that?
That must have been the second season.
Maybe. I think I gave up on that in the second season.
The second season was not as good as the first season.
Yeah.
First season was. I'm trying to vocalize the trauma that I received for watching the first season of that. Because that show was fucked up.
Yeah. Again, Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy. He will tear your heart out at the end.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of shit.
He's in the Belko Experiment, which we just talked about a moment ago.
Yep.
He's played Merle on a lot of stuff, including Conan, the Conan O'Brien talk show, not the Barbarian movies.
I would love for Conan the Barbarian to have a late night talk show.
Amazing. Aquilonia tonight.
Oh boy.
Samaria tonight. That's it. Although I think Aquilonia was like a
Aquilonia, I think, is the world.
city. Yeah.
No,
He's a Sumerian.
he's a Sumerian.
Yeah.
I think Aquilonia was like maybe the country or the world.
Yeah. What's simmering in Samaria?
Oh my God!
Conan.
Fuck you.
You know you want it.
I do. Fuck you still.
He was on an episode of Chuck, which I will always recommend. That's a really good show. Fun action adventure show.
He was in Mallrats.
He was in Mallrats, yeah. Mr. Svenning.
Would you like a chocolate pretzel?
Yeah. I hope to graduate also. I don't know, what is it? I hope to come out also someday, sir, preferably in 69. I graduated cum laude 69.
Yeah.
I just mangled the fuck out of that line.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I've had a few beverages. Look, we do a show where we drink. He was on the Tremors TV series. Oh,
That's a bummer.
yeah. Sorry, Mike. Almost everybody on the show has been on the Outer Limits TV series, including Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
I think it's another location thing. This movie is Canadian. Outer Limits was a Canadian TV series. Because there is a lot of Canadian TV and movies in these credits today.
I didn't know the Outer Limits was Canadian.
Yeah, filmed in Vancouver, which a lot of shows filmed in Vancouver. As far as like modern stuff, like all of those like DC shows film in Vancouver.
Yeah, well, because it's a big city location, but it's
and tax breaks.
It tax breaks and it costs less to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not L.A.
Yeah, exactly. We mentioned Mallrats.
Tombstone.
Oh, that's right. He is in Tombstone.
It's McMaster's.
One of the fucking best westerns. One of the best movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't pigeonhole it like that.
Yeah, I know. Fucking amazing movie.
Yeah. Thought you were brothers to the bone. Not after what they did to you and your women.
That's right. He was in Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone. The Dark Half, which we've mentioned before, is a George Romero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it George Romero or Stephen King? It's both of them.
The Dark Half?
Yeah.
That might have been one of those things that they
worked on together.
Collabed.
Yeah. George Romero directed it. Stephen King wrote it. So yeah. And Romero wrote it also. He did the screenplay. King did the novel. That's how that works.
Yeah.
He was in the JFK. He's Rowdy Burns in Days of Thunder.
Rubbin's Racing, baby. I love that movie. Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Did we talk about that last week?
Days of Thunder?
Yeah.
It has come up at some point.
Yeah. That is an awesome movie. He was in Sea of Love with Al Pacino and Ellen Barkin. 8 Men Out, the movie about the Chicago Black Sox.
Oh, Mississippi Burning.
Yeah. I want to say we mentioned that not that long ago.
We did.
Denzel Washington is in that movie.
Yeah.
And Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, which we've mentioned from time to time also.
Yep. That's a fucked up movie about a guy that lied a lot.
Yeah. He's in Above the Law. That's the Seagal movie.
Man in Bar.
The first Seagal movie, isn't it?
No. I think Hard Target was?
No, that's Van Damme.
Oh, no. It's Hard to Kill.
To the internet.
Yeah, that's right. We have it very much available to us.
Seasoned Seagal. Here we go. We used to write comedy sketches, and that was one we wanted to write. Seasoned Seagal. Steven Seagal cooking season.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Above the Law.
Yeah, it was. Oh, Hard to Kill was the second one. Speaking of liars. Man, that's Steven Seagal.
Oh, man. Like, when I was a kid, cool movie. And then just all downhill after that. Like,
yeah.
After 95.
Fire Down Below, I want to say I vaguely remember not being terrible.
Fire Down. Which was the one where he was like like an ass-kicking environmentalist. I thought that was On Deadly Ground. Or it might have been Fire Down Below. Directed by Steven Seagal. That says everything. A mystical martial artist, environmental agent. Yep. A mystical martial arts environmental agent. Oh, that's amazing. How do I get that credit?
Hey, tell me this is a Steven Seagal movie without telling me it's a Steven Seagal movie. Whose last name is actually pronounced Siegel.
Steve Seagal.
It is.
A mystical martial artist environmental agent. Hold on, let me put out this incense and take off my gi. I have an oil spill to attend to. Oh, that's the best movie credit ever.
Fuck him.
For real. I worked at the video store in this era right here.
Oh, the
when he
early
was cranking out
early to mid fucking 2000s.
Straight to fucking video movies every 6 months.
I'm trying to think of. Okay, so Half Past Dead definitely went to theater.
This one I remember. It was like the cover was him in a duster, like a leather duster.
Oh, click on that some
with
bitch.
like hold on, because I'm going to describe what the picture you're about to see. Him in like a leather duster. I want to say he's holding a shotgun with like the picture of like the Japanese like sun with the ray, like the red rays coming out of it.
Yeah.
Please don't let me down, memory.
Oh!
Yeah! Booyah!
Ew.
I forgot the explosion behind him also.
When a government official is killed, an American operative with experience in the Yakuza culture is brought in to investigate.
Director, Mink.
Fuck! Please click on Mink. Lowercase m, by the way.
Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, it looks like a mink.
He looks like fucking, what's his name? Tyrion Lannister.
Sure does.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That's Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, yeah. I just banged on the table. I'm sorry. Mink's still working.
Good God.
Golden State Warriors VR. Not in big shit, but...
I mean...
Into the Sun was the last movie he directed. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Also second.
You would not believe how well this piece of shit rented. We could not keep these fucking things on the shelf.
Are you kidding me?
I fucking shit you not, dude. People would go nuts for these movies.
Why?
Well, it's also a video store at the very ass end of the video store era.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, the clientele coming in isn't exactly savvy on streaming services and stuff like that. Or, at that point, DVDs and Blu-rays. Which we...
Ugh.
Yeah, oh boy.
Look at that painted on fucking Widow's Peak he's got there.
It's like Dracula. It's Dracula in a leather duster with like a shotgun. Or is it a rifle? Yeah, it's a rifle.
Oh my God. Can we do a subsection of this fucking podcast where we just talk about Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal, yeah. I'm so down with that.
Holy shit. Or maybe that's just a second podcast that we do. We'll go through all of his movies.
I've said this before.
And just shit on them thoroughly.
About Vin Diesel, and I'm saying it again for Steven Seagal. He's a ridiculous man. Like, he's a ridiculous man.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a piece of shit, too.
Fucking clown shoes.
Fucking Gene LaBelle choked his ass out until he shit his pants.
I always love watching those videos of him, like, giving quote-unquote martial arts demonstrations.
Yeah.
And it's clearly dudes he's paid off, or, like, he's just standing there all fat in a karate gi, like... in the middle of the fucking ring, and like, they come running up to him, and like he just touches them, and they go flying.
Yeah, he had the gall to tell society at large that he helped train Anderson Silva. Fuck you!
Oh God,
you lumpy piece of shit. Tom Segura's fucking comedy bit on him is the best thing ever.
Steven Seagal running.
Yeah. No, not even running.
Oh.
Where he just like talks about how fucking ridiculous he is.
I'm thinking he must have, I think it was on a podcast on like maybe Two Bears, One Cave or something like that. Him and Bert Kreischer were talking about. He's like, just Google Steven Seagal running.
His fucking flappy hands. No, you're talking about how he's just like, he's a fucking expert in everything.
And he's an unabashed fucking Vladimir Putin cocksucker, so
Yeah.
fuck him. Michael Rooker is much better person. We're going back to his IMDb.
Holy shit, that was a fucking turn.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Don Thompson. He was Nathan Fillion's partner there in the beginning when they're sitting in the car.
Oh, the one with the mustache?
Yeah, the older cop. Was there a reason I fucking saved him? He was in a lot of shit here and there.
Hey, he was in Supernatural.
He was in Supernatural. A lot of people were on Supernatural. Another, I think, Vancouver filming series. He was on The Killing on AMC, which is, I remember, being like critically acclaimed.
Is that The Watchmen? Watchmen?
He is in the Watchmen movie, yeah, from 2009. He was in the Battlestar Galactica TV series.
Never watched it.
I started watching it, like, and it wasn't bad. Just at the time, like, it wasn't what I was looking for. Like,
Yeah, I never saw the original either. Well, I think a few episodes here or there,
yeah,
but nothing major.
I really, really tried getting into it because of how like acclaimed it is, like influential. But I just, it was okay.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, I'm sure like it's fantastic. He was on the Blade TV series,
Barf.
which was terrible.
That was not
on
good.
Spike TV, where Sticky Fingers from Onyx played Blade.
Sticky Y.
He was on the Smallville TV series, which a lot of the actors in this movie were on. Again, another Vancouver filming show. Anything else? Cold Squad, which is a show that shows up on almost everybody's IMDb credit in this movie.
Yeah?
So I'm assuming Canadian show. I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
Outer Limits again. Da Vinci's Inquest, a syndicated show, filmed in Canada. Poltergeist, filmed in Canada. The TV show, that is. X-Files, another Vancouver show. And that's really it. Like, I saw Hawkeye. I'm like, is that Hawkeye, like Marvel Hawkeye in the 90s? Nope, that's Hawkeye, like
MASH?
Last of the Mohicans Hawkeye,
Oh.
like the original Hawkeye.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a Cobra TV series of like Marion Cobretti Cobra?
No. That's Cobra.
Yeah,
that's
no.
a fucking car.
Starring Michael Dudikoff.
Ah.
HBO Thursday Night Prime star.
Was he in anything that was good?
No. This dude was in MacGyver, 21 Jump Street. Booker, the 21 Jump Street spinoff. And Airwolf. The show about an attack helicopter. I don't know.
Was it about the helicopter?
I mean, it was like Knight Rider, but with a helicopter. I mean, people
Yeah.
were just there for the helicopter.
Yeah.
It showed up for like 5 minutes a week, probably, you know?
Yeah.
Greg Henry.
So good.
Yeah, he was so good as the mayor in this. He's very good at playing that smarmy, like, scumbag and a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He is in the Guardians movies as Peter Quill's grandfather. It's, what's his name? Chris Pratt, his character.
I don't want that.
He's a voice in the Blade Runner anime, which I'm sure is just going to be fantastic.
I passed it on whatever streaming service it's on and decided I'm not going to watch that.
I don't blame you.
I'm a fucking diehard Blade Runner fan. I don't want that shit.
Of course, the standard Law & Order credit, Law & Order Organized Crime.
I can tell you right now, he was on Castle.
Yes, he was. Let's see, Black Lightning. That was a DC series. American Crime Story.
The fucking Belko Experiment.
Yeah, Belko Experiment. Supergirl, another Canadian show. He played Brother Blood in the Teen Titans Judas Contract. I've never seen the movie. The Judas Contract comic story. Fantastic.
That was the one with Deathstroke,
Terra.
and Terra. Yeah.
Yeah. The Belko Experiment, which we've been talking about. He's in that show Hell on Wheels, which I heard was pretty good. I never watched it.
The first 2 seasons were really good, and then just got kind of like mehy.
Played Brigham Young. Is that the Mormon dude?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about that time period.
Yeah. He was also on the Killing TV series. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, both 1 and 2 he's in. Anything really? He's in a couple of the CSI shows. He's in Super also. Let's see. He was in the terrible Dollhouse TV show.
Ugh.
The Mentalist, ER, Gilmore Girls.
Was he in Murder, She Wrote?
Look, we'll get there
Was he?
eventually.
Was he? I need it. I need to know.
He was in Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, I forgot he was on Firefly, too. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, the first fucking episode of it.
No, he's been on all of the CSI series. Star Trek video game Hidden Evil.
There are a shitload of Star Trek video games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
He's in Star Trek Insurrection, which is notoriously the worst Star Trek movie.
I wouldn't go that far. You ever seen Star Trek?
Yeah, the first one's pretty bad.
At least Insurrection's got a plot.
And the thing we really...
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
I was fucking around.
He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different characters in
Get the
throughout the entire
fuck
run
out of here.
Murder, She Wrote. Yeah. Only once did he repeat those characters, a 2-parter in 1986.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
In 85.
In
86,
a fucking 11 years span.
91, 93, 94, and 96. What's this dude's name again? Fuck. Greg, we need you. I'm on my way.
Come on, Greg.
He's got the Murder, She Wrote hotline in his office.
Oh my God. It's like the bat phone.
Yeah. Jessica Fletcher needs
it's
you,
red.
sir.
It's red, but it's got a doily under it.
And can I say how surprised I was at the number of people this past weekend who truly appreciated that we were showing Murder, She Wrote at our table?
I know. Oh my God. I was so surprised. For anybody that didn't make it out, I had a TV on our table, and I, for 2 days, was just playing the first season of Murder, She Wrote.
To be fair, on day 2, we did watch Shin Godzilla.
Oh, and the Abominable Dr. Phibes.
Yes, yeah. Both of which people stopped and watched also.
Yeah, that's true.
But people were like, is this Murder, She Wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, fuck
hot
yeah.
new show. All the kids did.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's hip to be square.
I don't know what it is about Murder, She Wrote. Mantis.
Wow.
It showed up three different credits tonight. I will always mention this terrible series whenever it comes up.
Fuck.
It was 1984. It was a Fox show about this scientist who was paralyzed, but invented this exoskeleton that would allow him to be a superhero. I just remember they advertised it on the back of comic books, and if you did that, you were pretty much burned into my memory forever.
Yeah. I don't know how many fucking Game Genie ads I saw.
Yeah,
fucking...
with the Game Genie coming out. Yeah. How many ads for Hocus Pocus or Hard Target?
Adam's Family Values.
Yep. Oh, man.
That and Tiger handheld video games.
I owned a lot of those games.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I owned the football one. That was actually a fun one because it was a simple concept.
Yeah.
Because when they got later on, they were getting way too high. It was Resident Evil, the handheld Tiger game.
They made fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's not.
Go
happening.
fuck yourself.
Yeah. But the football one was the first one, I think, and it was awesome.
Yeah. The Rape of Dr. Willis. I know we've seen that title here before.
Have we? 1991 TV movie. Jacqueline Smith, Holland Taylor, and Robin Thomas. Top cast. maybe one of these people showed up. John Hawkes.
Yeah.
He was in something that we did.
Yeah. All right, let's...
Yeah, we're playing IMDb Detective now, in which we try to remember things we talked about for at least an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Deadwood, fucking...
Oh, he was Soul Star. Yeah, we definitely did talk about him being in some other fucking movie.
So he's in Eastbound and Down also.
What the fuck was it?
We'll get there. We're only in 2011 right now.
Yeah, but it's bothering me. S. Darko, Monk.
Deadwood again, Miami Vice.
I love Miami Vice.
What the fuck did we talk about this dude in? Crow, Stairway to Heaven.
Ah.
To quote James O'Barr from this past weekend, whatever, I gotta check for those shitty movies.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fuck it.
He was on Buffy. Pacific Blue, another USA classic.
Yep, I watched a
From
lot
Dusk
of
Till
that.
Dawn, he's Pete Bottoms.
Yeah!
The store clerk, that's right.
Woo!
Hooah! Go back, take a listen to our From Dusk Till Dawn episode.
That was a fun one.
That was a fun one, yeah. He's also in Congo, which I like that movie.
Mm.
I remember seeing that in the theater when I was 16, apparently. The old Cinema 10 at Crossgates.
Woof.
Cinema 12, I'm sorry. Cinema 12.
That was the one that was upstairs, right?
Yeah, Cinema
Yeah.
10 was behind Northway Mall. And that's really all we give a shit about.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah.
That's it.
Moving on. Dustin Milligan, he played, like, his credit is, like, Drawing Kid.
What?
And I honestly don't even remember the character. He is Ted on Schitt's Creek. He's not, like, one of the main characters, but, like, I would say high tier, second, like, tier character.
Well, he's in 43 episodes.
Yeah, he's the fiance of Annie Murphy's character. She's, like, one of the main characters. Alexa Rose, I believe, is her character's name. That's really the only thing anybody would probably know him from. He was on an episode of Silicon Valley, which is a great show.
I watched the first season and then gave up.
I enjoy that show. Anything really notable? No, that's really it. I was surprised that he was that dude from Schitt's Creek.
Who are you?
Moving
I'm
on.
that dude from Schitt's Creek.
Dude from Schitt's Creek. Brenda James. She played
Brenda
Gutierrez, the girl who gets gruesomely like impregnated and blows up like a giant tick.
Yeah, it's gross.
She's in like some horror stuff here and there. She's in an episode of Masters of Horror. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, which like several people in this movie were.
Oh, she was in the Jennifer episode of Masters of Horror.
I have not seen it.
That was the one by Dario Argento.
Oh, all right. I am officially interested. Again, Cold Squad.
Oof.
I've never heard of that show, but it shows up in all of these.
The Dead Zone.
That's right, another USA show from the early 2000s. She was in Together. That was the boy band show on MTV. That Chris Farley's brother was in.
Oh, shit. I think I remember that.
She was in The Lone Gunman, which is the spinoff of The X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
The Outer Limits again. She was in the Weird Science TV show, another USA classic. On the 90s Ultraman.
Stone motherfucking cold.
Fucking B-movie classic, Stone Cold. They
Oh,
just did an episode of how
chef kiss.
How did this get made? Stone Cold by how long?
Fucking Brian Bosworth.
Yeah. That might have been like the first HBO Thursday Night Prime movie, I think.
Oh, really?
Because it definitely set the bar for going forward. Like
Lance Henriksen,
Yeah.
Brian Bosworth.
if you are not familiar with Stone Cold, it is a masterpiece in like B90s action.
It
movies.
really is.
Yeah. Like
and that's not like all bullshit aside.
yeah. It's like ironically, and it's actually an enjoyable movie for what it is. Like Brian Bosworth was a washed out like NFL player who had like one season and like hurt himself.
Yeah, he had a massive college career though.
Yeah.
And then he got drafted to the Eagles.
Was it the Eagles or the Seahawks? I think.
Seahawks.
Same shit.
And then blew out his shoulder.
Yeah. So he tried to become an actor, and he made this movie, Stone Cold, where he's like an undercover like FBI agent who infiltrates like a biker gang.
Yeah.
That is run by Lance Hendrickson, and whoo-wee, is it a movie, man? It is a movie.
I recommend it.
I want to say they
so
made
hard.
A follow-up to this.
Fuck you.
With fucking Charlie Sheen. Maybe.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah. This picture tells you everything you need to know. A shirtless, bloody Brian Bosworth.
Holding a gun.
Yeah. With fingerless gloves on. William Forsythe. I think he's the guy who dies, and they give him like the Viking funeral on the they set him on fire on his bike.
Yep.
Sam McMurray. He was on the Tracy Ullman Show.
Oh God. It's so bad, but so good.
Yeah, a masterpiece in B-movie cinema. I need to watch this movie again. Joe Huff is his name. Bosworth's character.
Fucking Lance Hendricks is Chains Cooper.
William Forsythe as Ice.
Highlight of his fucking career.
Moving on. Lorena Gale. She played a person in this movie. Yeah, she was in a lot of like one-offs here and there, a lot of like kind of popular stuff. They did a live-action Scooby-Doo TV movie back in like the late 2000s, which thankfully didn't take off. She was in that. She was in the last, not the last X-Files movie. I Want to Believe, which I think was like the second one.
Yeah.
That was one that like had like nothing supernatural at all, like in the story. I think it was about like a serial killer.
Something like that.
Yeah. Battlestar Galactica again. The Capture of the Green River Killer. She was in the reboot of The Bionic Woman back in 2007.
By the way, the Green River Killer, very gross human being. Like, very gross.
Yeah?
Yeah. Gary Ridgway.
I only mentioned it because I figured you would have something to say.
Yeah, Gary Ridgway murdered upwards of 80 women.
God damn.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, he would kill them and then like drop them by the Green River, but he would go back sometimes and do things to their corpses.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was real bad man.
Oh, all right. Supernatural shows up again, Vancouver show.
Hey, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. That's a good movie.
Yeah. Did we watch that on a Sunday night? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. She's in the Fantastic Four movie, the one from 2005.
Ah.
I saw that in Puerto Rico, so it had Spanish subtitles. Let us see. Smallville shows up again. Again, another Vancouver show. Battlestar Galactica shows up again.
Hey, Dead Like Me.
That was a pretty decent show.
It was fun.
Yeah. The Dead Zone TV series again. Another Canadian Vancouver show. She was in Halloween Resurrection. Wasn't that the one where like Michael Myers' ghost is killing people? Like the one with like Busta Rhymes? Let's see.
That was. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, where he kung fu fights him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Hey, you know what movie was fucking god awful?
Halloween Resurrection?
Yeah, that's the one. Weird how you knew I was going right for it. Fuck you, Deborah Hill. You fucking loser.
Freddy Got Fingered, the Tom Green movie. Together shows up again. RoboCop Alpha Commando. I did not remember this. TV series from the 90s, late 90s. At least 40 episodes. Oh, it looks like
it's
it's
cartoon.
Animated. Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus. We're just about in the era where RoboCop took place. How about that?
Did they think that kids in 98 and 99 gave a shit about RoboCop?
Apparently.
Also, I'm still astounded by how much that they put RoboCop down the throats of children.
There was an animated RoboCop TV series. There was a live-action RoboCop TV series.
Like there are
RoboCop video games.
There are three things that I find wild that they targeted children audiences for: RoboCop, Grizzly fucking movie.
Yeah. Grizzly isn't a commentary on Vietnam.
Sort of.
I think it's an allegory for Vietnam somehow. I personally don't know how, but
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Got turned into
Also
a kids franchise.
Animated series with a toy line.
Rambo.
Animated series with a toy line.
Yeah.
That's what explains the Platoon video game.
That was the worst video game I've ever played, by the way. So bad. But that would explain some things that are wrong with our generation.
Yeah, for sure. The Outer Limits shows up yet again. I forgot to mention who she was in this movie. She has a random, just one-off credit, something woman.
That's
Janine.
not nice.
No, she has a
yeah,
name.
that's not nice.
Yeah. There's a fly buzzing around in here, goddammit, and it's annoying the shit out of me.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it. I mentioned Outer Limits. The X-Files. That shows up on here a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Mantis shows up yet again.
Yuck. 3 episodes, too. Ernest Goes to School.
The Ernest film series. Oh, she was voiced on Camp Candy.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
That was one of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons.
That was a good one.
It was always on. I think it was on at 7:30 because at 7:00 Game Pro was on. I would get up early on Saturdays to watch Game Pro, the TV show.
Was that
hosted by J.D. Roth of the Funhouse, the game show fame?
That was the one. It was kind of like a predecessor to what G4 would become, right?
They would do maybe a review or two of games. Then they would do a section where they'd give you cheat codes and stuff.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, it was definitely a predecessor to G4. And then Camp Candy would be on at 7:30. The cartoon in which John Candy voiced a camp counselor.
Yeah.
And again, we always say this when he comes up. God damn it, I miss John Candy.
Sure do.
She's also in The Fly 2.
As Woman.
Yeah. The influential credit of
Woman. I mean, it's better than, what was it, crack addicted hooker who gets slapped around.
Our last 2 entries, Rob Zombie makes a cameo in this movie as a voice. He's the voice of the doctor on the phone.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into his directing credits, thankfully.
Hey.
For better or worse.
Hey.
I mean, there are some... I truly enjoy House of a Thousand Corpses. I like Devil's Rejects.
Yeah. 3 from Hell was watchable.
Yeah, he was just trying to be Robert Rodriguez, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In that movie. Although I will give it... I have to give it a second shot before
I liked the first Halloween that he did. I didn't hate the second one either.
Second one I remember not liking as much, but the first
I didn't
one
like the mom ghost shit, but I liked how intense they were.
Yeah. He also did some voices in both of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which I did not realize. He does Ravager voices, who are they're Yondu's gang, space bikers basically. He also is the voice of God in Slither.
Oh.
He did the voice of the Lizard in the Spider-Man TV series. This has got to be the CGI one that was on MTV. And it possibly was?
Yeah. The new animated series.
Yes. Yeah. From the video.
Yeah.
That was not good. I think, was it Neil Patrick Harris was the voice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa Loeb, I think, was Mary
Jesus
Jane.
Christ.
Ian Ziering, I think, was Harry Osborn.
Yeah. So what? Like, where the fuck do Rob Zombie and James Gunn like fucking cross paths to make all these collaborations?
I don't know. Maybe he's a fan of his music. James Gunn's a fan of his music, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, Rob Zombie. His writing. When the fuck did I open his writing credits? Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Like 31, I wasn't a fan of. Lords of Salem.
No, 31 and Lords of Salem were trash.
I remember watching bits and pieces of The Haunted World of El Super Beasto. I don't know if I liked it, though.
Oh, that's right. He did Werewolf Women of the SS for Grindhouse.
I really do enjoy House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. Those are both movies I will rewatch like probably once a year, once every other year or so.
Yep.
Sorry, I had his acting stuff open before. Yeah, mostly just White Zombie shit. Rob Zombie shit. He was in Airheads. Forgot Rob Zombie or White Zombie shows up in that for like a second.
Yeah, in the club scene.
Yeah. And finally, Lloyd Kaufman. He has 400 and something acting credits.
He's in every Troma movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And look at his list of shit that's filming and in post-production right now. There's 25 movies here listed.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that are about to come out.
And you'll never see any one of them.
Yeah. None of them have name recognition.
Oh my God, they're doing Punk Rock Holocaust 3?
Slumber Party Slaughter 2. Ooh, those are straight beer burps, folks. I'm sorry. It's all part of podcasting, folks.
Yeah.
It's not all glamour.
No. Sometimes you just gotta belch. That's just the way it is.
He's in pretty much everything James Gunn has done. The Suicide Squad. He's in the first Guardians movie. I think I mentioned that earlier. Mm-hmm. He is in Super. Clearly, he is in this movie. And like I was going through his IMDb earlier. I'm like, I'm not going through the whole thing. I'm just going to scroll to the beginning.
The 60s?
The 70s. This motherfucker was in Rocky.
What?
Yeah. He plays a drunk in Rocky and then drinker in Rocky 5.
Good God. Probably the same character.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because Rocky 5 is the one where he beats up the guy with AIDS.
Fuck you, Tommy Morrison.
And that'll do it for the Better Known As segment.
Beats up the guy with AIDS.
I'm not wrong about that.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Tommy Morrison was a fucking dirtbag. Hey, I know I have AIDS. I'm going to deny it and then keep fighting.
Keep boxing, yeah. Class act, folks. Class act.
Great boxer, though. Yeah. Like, that's the really unfortunate part. It was like he was good at what he did. He just, did it with AIDS.
Did something with AIDS that you really shouldn't do with AIDS.
Have your blood fly out?
Yeah. Mix blood with, another person. Oh,
crapshoot.
I could. We talked a couple episodes ago about I would like to see a redo of like a 50s era like Martian movie.
Yeah,
and I think I would like to see it done kind of something like this. Where
like I said earlier, that's kind of what this is.
Yeah. Have that kind of campy feel to it, but still like make it terrifying here and there.
Yeah.
A little comedy, a little camp. I could really go for like that. I think it's something we sorely need right now.
I'm telling you, man. Like when we were talking about, I think it was Mars Attacks. I want a black and white alien invasion cheesy movie. Mm-hmm. Just and that you could get A-list stars to be in it because
hell yeah.
You would just have to find the right ones that love that kind of shit.
Fans of that like genre. Yeah, they would jump at that.
Yeah,
I think like. It's something that we haven't seen in a while, something we're overdue for. Like, I think it could be done really well.
Yep. We're just never going to get it.
Yeah, no.
Never going to get it, never going to get it. It's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
No, this did what it wanted to do, and it did it pretty exceptionally.
Yeah.
Just there were just things like that, like were just not in their control to really fix, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like
you only have so much money that you can throw at a problem.
Yeah, especially like at this level of like James Gunn's career. This is his first movie, you know? And you know, again, his reputation is that he's coming out of trauma, so I'm sure it wasn't easy getting people to like back this movie financially.
Yeah. Or at least back it financially and let him do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they would want to put the reins on him.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, you know, here we are 16 years down the road.
Yeah, this is a Universal movie.
Yeah. This was also back of a comic book movie, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I believe it. I believe it.
This was like one of the times that I was like kind of not reading as much, but I'm almost positive this was back of a comic book movie. Mortal Kombat, another back of a comic book movie. The first one. Still the best Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah,
it's not a high bar. It's not a
really,
high bar. Yeah.
It's not saying much. Did you ever watch the Mortal Kombat cartoon?
I don't believe so.
Oh, it was okay.
I remember trying to watch the Street Fighter anime like in the 90s.
Also decent.
Yeah.
Ish.
Into it.
How about King of Fighters?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry Bogard.
Yeah.
Those shitty like Neo Geo games.
Yeah, those fucking arcade games that had like
the selector to choose.
It had like 5 games in it.
I did enjoy playing Samurai Showdown in those. It's the first fighting game that had like blood in it, like a lot of blood.
Yeah.
You like slash somebody and like blood would come spraying out.
Yep. I want to say they recently-ish released the 5th Samurai Showdown.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not realize that was still going.
Yeah, I think they stopped for a while, but those games are fucking hard. A lot of those old fighting games were hard. Or just because I was a little kid and I didn't know how to play video games. The shame.
For shame.
I got nothing else, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I said, I would like to see, you know, like an alien invasion movie in this kind of vein.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't know if I have much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I really did enjoy Attack the Block was kind of the closest thing we got.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was really good.
Go back and listen to our episode of Attack the Block.
Yeah, do that. That was the thing. Yeah, alien invasion movies just aren't. They're not hot shit right now. So they're. I don't know. Like, is now the time or?
See, I feel like if not now, soon. Just because that's a cultural thing we haven't hit on in a while. Like a theme, like I said before, you know, we've beaten zombie movies to death. We've beaten vampire movies to death. Like, let's move on to the next.
I mean, Aliens had a decent resurgence in the 90s.
Yeah, thanks to Independence Day.
Yeah,
that's where the last time those type of movies were really big. Like right after that movie came out.
Yeah.
So I think we're due again.
I'd like to think so. Hey, somebody make us like a really sweet ass alien invasion movie.
Make a sweet ass alien. Make a sweet ass haunted house movie.
Fuck yeah.
We haven't had a good one of those. Well, we had The Conjuring, which was probably the last really good one.
That was pretty much it, yeah.
That was probably, like 10 years ago at this point, if not more. And they've been beating those movies to fucking death.
I hate it.
I didn't even get through the last one. The devil made me do it.
It was not good.
Yeah.
2 had moments that were good. 3 did not. Like, there weren't even moments.
Watching 3, and it was one of those moments where, like, I could continue to fight to stay awake, or I could just give in and go to sleep. And that's what I'm going to do. Like, thunk.
Yeah. I'm out. No, the Ed and Lorraine Warren universe is just like it's toast.
Yeah. I
And
think the more people learn about them personally, too.
oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
They were straight up fucking scumbag.
Yeah, they were
cons.
shysters.
I forget exactly how their scam worked, but like Ed, I think he was like a painter, so they would stake out like a house for a while, and like he would paint the house, and I think she was like the salesman. She would go up to the house and be like, "Oh, my husband painted your house. He thinks it's beautiful. Like, would you like to buy this painting?" Like, and like while they're talking there, that's when they would. Oh, by the way, I get this vibe that your house is haunted. Like,
Yeah.
that's how they would get their hooks into people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just fucking.
Yeah, but once they became, like, famous,
Yeah.
they didn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, people just lined up to get ripped off, basically. Yep.
Fucking hoax.
Yeah.
And, I mean, here's the thing. If you believe in the stuff that Ed and Lorraine Warren said, well, you're just a fucking mark, and you don't know any better.
Or, you know what? If you want to believe in it, that's fine. Believe in it.
Oh,
Don't pay anybody to tell you, like, to believe in it or, like, you know, fucking service that belief for you.
Believing in the supernatural, totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Believing Ed and Lorraine Warren, no.
Yeah.
That's like saying you believe in the Jersey medium. Like,
Miss Cleo is a certified psychic.
fuck that noise.
And, like, that's a 30-some-odd-year-old reference for our younger listeners.
Call me now.
Yeah.
See,
kids, back in the 90s, there's these things called landlines. And, you would call this Miss Cleo person, and she would give you a free psychic reading for an exorbitant amount of money. Well, not a free psychic reading, an expensive psychic reading.
Yes. She would read your tarot. The psychic... Oh, is it the Psychic Friends Hotline with
Psychic
Dionne Warwick?
Friends Network, yeah. They have psychics standing by 24 hours a day.
You do, huh? That's a lot.
That implies that somewhere in America there is an office staffed with psychics and like a desk and a phone. Like, ooh.
Yeah, there's always a dude playing a theremin.
Hold on, my phone's about to ring.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, Miss Cleo, I think, wound up getting arrested.
She went to jail, yeah.
Yeah. For like, was it tax
I think it
evasion?
was tax fraud, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was tax fraud.
Yeah.
Not the fraud you'd think she would get arrested for, yeah.
Well, one of those is legal. One of
Yeah.
those is not. I pretend I'm a psychic. Okay. I haven't paid my taxes. You bitch.
Yeah, I want to say she wasn't even like Jamaican or whatever. She was.
No, she was not.
Yeah.
No.
Call me now for your free reading. Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Think about, like, how weird is that we would just, like...
Just throw money at these people for nothing?
There was a time in our lives where we would get bombarded by these commercials, like...
Yeah.
For multiple times a day, like, for years.
Yep. Because there were a lot of sad people sitting next to their phone. And now you don't really... You can't...
We still have sad people. They're just sitting by the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't lock them to the phone now.
Yeah.
Well, it was the same thing with like the steamy sex lines and shit.
Yep.
Just fucking stay up all night and see commercials for those. Which is kind of grimy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get some like...
That's the origin of the 900
housewife,
number.
like trying to make some money on the side, who calls you back, like pretending to be like a 25-year-old stripper.
Yeah, she looks like me.
Yeah, probably weighs like 3 bills.
Well, I guess we'll leave you with that.
Yep, just some poor fucking loser pleasuring himself to some less than desirable lady on the phone.
Just one hand on the phone, the other one just grinding one out. She's like real sad like.
Oh, are you tenderizing meat in the background? Yep, I am.
Sure am. Oh my god. All right. So we're going to give you our socials and then get the fuck out of here. Our website where you can find the show, is www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com, or alternatively, you can just do www.bigdumbmonsters.com. If you want to email us anything at all, well, maybe not anything. Some things are off limits.
Yeah.
We don't want to see your
Keep
wieners.
the penile to yourselves.
Bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. Yeah, send us some beer suggestions, show suggestions. Tell us how to change the show. Like
the studio beer fridge currently runneth over with beer, but
yeah,
we're gonna need some suggestions real soon. So
yeah, yeah. Any way that we can improve the show, or ideas for anything, whatever. Or you want to just get in touch with us. Well, you can also tweet at us at dumb_monsters, and if you are on Facebook, that is Big Dumb Monsters Pod. The last one. If you are on Slasher, the all horror social media, we are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast.
if you are on Instagram, which is a horror social media of a different kind,
yeah, it's horror. It's horrific.
You can find us at big_dumb_monsters. And we are also up on YouTube on the Big Dumb Monsters channel. Come check out the slideshow version of the podcast.
Sweet. And any of those places where you listen to the show, be it Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you can, please rate and review the show. All those things help get more eyes on the show, and then that helps other people find it. Yada, yada, yada. To quote Seinfeld. And that's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's been fun getting back into the studio.
Yeah, it's been fun getting back to the studio, and it's been as much as fun as Del Toro month was. Like, I like getting back to business here.
Yeah. Del Toro month was so fun.
Yeah.
It's just quality after quality after quality. But anyway, we are going to go. Probably going to drink a couple more beers, watch some stupid movie or something. As always, do not let ghoulies eat your ass.
I got nothing to add to that.
Don't sleep in a deathbed.
That's what I could have added.
Yep. That's fine. I'll let it slide this time. Bye-bye.